Mima Oyakwa Eva GC News, hot news all time, latest and hot news. And I'm the Bravo. A year could see Pratt Junior Wakasa Wadi some Papa, a year EC in Kofu with General Chupa. South of the Subo boy to me before I to a maybe a cost for any. I have behind as I did so air cost. Now, somebody and sibling in our web. So we are subscribe to the channel now. Let's say over subscribe. What you have to say over click the subscribe button. Now, what barely notification or any video for the other upload also once ever can be. I feel we are now like video no give us a thumbs up. Now feel share my offer for so now when you be now won't share. Afriyie ko Kwesi Pratt in some Kwesi Pratt Junior managing editor of the Inside newspaper what in some of Gapa easy homes and city our say it work and a party. Nipa ba kwa yin so okra MPP card bearing member or you part of the EC officials yet holding a side pakoya so at radio so na TV so akase party be the on nya de obetwa marhesa party no amanaba abemu na time before yet ho ene yehwe wase sanse mu ezese yetna ho kwa na yehwe eset mu fo no etim sore kaseti asade we na EC ne abamu penifo tim ye de nipa etim mu fo no pe ene de se na fata ene Kwesi Pratt send the to get to be manaya party for no other parties na one over one year high must and we na ekoso Kwesi Pratt send the to ya na yes sem no yenkuti aye Kwesi Pratt say we dance as go ni na etie eye ni zama wode etuga intiro.
In the MPP primaries in Yendi, I saw a video of an EC official publicly admitting that he is an MPP member or sympathizer, and that because of the rules, he's unable to sing MPP party songs. I'm sure all of you saw it. Now, if that doesn't frighten you, what will frighten you? EC official publicly admitting. You put that aside. Everybody in Ghana knows, as a fact, that there's an electoral commissioner who is a card-bearing member of the New Patriotic Party. Everybody knows that as a fact. All of us who watch television have seen this gentleman, actually sitting on radio and proclaiming that he will do everything possible to make sure that the NDC does not come to power. And he's a commissioner, electoral commissioner. Should I say more? And we are tolerating that. 6 months to an election, we know there's a card-bearing member of a political party sitting on the Electoral Commission who is swearing that he will do everything possible to make sure that some political party does not come to power. And we are tolerating that. Presidential candidates are going out there campaigning, spending the little resources they have, mobilizing people and so on. You are wasting your time, man. You are wasting your time. If party card-bearing members are commissioners, why are you campaigning? Campaigning to do what? Win what election? The playing field needs to be leveled for all these campaigns to make sense. Because with this kind of situation, it may take a miracle for some parties, some candidates to win elections. So it's not only the security services, even the Electoral Commission itself is under attack. And there are people who say that, you win elections at the polling station, and that it doesn't matter who are the commissioners, and so on. I think that's a bloody lie. It's a lie which we should not countenance at all. You see the recent or ongoing registration of voters exercise. There have been so many petty errors which should frighten us. So, Hini, registration exercise, what is involved in assuring the accuracy of figures? Nothing complicated. You understand? Even 5-year-olds can accomplish that. We register one by one. No be so. You don't register 20 at a time. One at a time. So you are only adding once. The first person to register is 1. If you add the second person to the 1, you get 2. If you add the third person, you get 3. That's how you build up the numbers, adding once. And this very simple exercise led to serious errors. Serious errors. Are you not frightened? You have an electoral commission which cannot simply add once. Are you not worried? And don't forget that the last election, results were declared 3 times. Some say 4. But let's assume 3 times. Because of what they claimed were errors in addition. And in fact, even the mode of declaring those results were questionable. In one instance, results were corrected by something which had been typed on a piece of paper without signature. And we accepted that those are valid results. So sometimes the problem is not those who perpetrate evil, those who skew things, those who play with our mandate, those who subvert the national constitution. Sometimes the problem is not with them. The problem is with us all who refuse to resist this outrage. Because if you refuse to resist the outrage, it will be perpetrated against you. And we are not resisting. We are acquiescing. We are accepting the status quo. That's our problem. The minority has made a call for investigations into these allegations. Who is backing those calls? Who is taking steps to make sure that the call is not just contained in a press statement, but becomes a live subject embraced by the population, which together is pushing for some resolution of the matter? That is where we are. We, the citizens, are failing ourselves. We, the citizens, are not taking actions which will compel those in authority to do our will and to do the right things. It's a citizen's failure. We are failing as citizens. We are failing ourselves. We are failing the Constitution, and we are failing our nation. We are not resisting enough. You see, when this issue of appointments to the Electoral Commission came up, I was amazed. What did the NDC do? They wrote nice English on a piece of paper and sent it to the Council of State. And they thought that the Council of State would resolve the matter. You are joking. You are joking. These matters are not resolved that way. They are not resolved by writing beautiful English and submitting to the Council of State. They are not resolved by complaining to the Peace Council. These issues are resolved by mobilizing citizens to say, no, we would not accept this nonsense. That is how you resolve these matters. But some of the leaders in some of the political parties, sometimes you listen to them and you watch them and you begin to ask yourself, what are they up to? Why are they wasting our time? You have a commissioner of the Electoral Commission make a public statement that one particular political party is a danger to the democratic experiment. And he's still sitting there as commissioner, has sat there for more than 2 years. In any other civilized country, the moment he made that statement, the next day he will resign. But in Ghana, you can make this statement and stay there as electoral commissioner, actually participate in organizing the Asin North by-election, participate in organizing the Owusu election, and ready yourself to organize the 2024 elections, even though you say that one particular political party is a danger. Can you believe this? Can you believe that this is happening in Ghana? We, the citizens, as for us, we have failed ourselves. We are not mobilizing, we are not challenging things and so on. But the political parties are also failing. They are failing themselves and they are failing their followers. All of us are failing. And I feel ashamed that we've come to this level. I really feel ashamed that this is where we are. If they get away with packing the security services, which other institution would they not pack? CROSAC, is that what they are? CROSAC. A couple of years ago, made a very interesting allegation. Yes, they are there. Their members are in the public and civil services and so on. They can no longer function because party apparatchiks have been recruited to take over their roles. And CROSAC complained bitterly. What has happened? Nobody bothered with them. Nobody cares about what CROSAC says. The civil service and public service have strict rules for engaging personnel. Those rules have been thrown to the dogs. People are being picked from anywhere and everywhere, not everywhere, anywhere, and particular places to fill these positions, and there's a danger to us. Can you believe that when Ken Ofori Atta presented his last budget, civil servants mobilized to give him a welcome at his ministry? What an aberration. Unbelievable. Civil servants lined up the streets to welcome him because he had presented a budget he did not write, a budget which was authored by the IMF. And all of us know what IMF packages are and their impact on our society. Unbelievable. But you see, if we refuse to speak, if we refuse to protest, we have no right to complain. If we refuse to protest, to speak out and so on, it means that we have accepted what is happening and we should bear the consequences. My brother, we should bear the consequences when we refuse to speak and talk. I heard Mr. Atufosin challenge the Interior Minister to bring proof that people in the minority have also been allocated spaces. So if he brings proof, what? I don't care whether people in the minority have also been given places or not. That is not the issue. The issue is that nobody should be given places and that people should be able to compete on their merit for employment into the security services. So whether or not the minority got 20, 50, 70 and so on is immaterial. It's not part of the discussion. The discussion is that there are privileged people who, by their position in society, by their position in political parties, minority, majority, and so on, are getting recruitment into the security services to the disadvantage of perhaps more qualified persons. So it doesn't matter whether the minority had 200 or 2,000 and so on. It's not an issue. And whether or not the interior minister is able to bring proof or not is not an issue. The issue is that this must be aborted quickly. And that we must revert to the times and practices where recruitment into the security services was done on merit.
Yo, for winning and somewhere here, Kwesi Pratt Junior Eddie Atugaffa, EC Homes and Sammy and it's before Yaya higher money married the air cost Kutia. Yet he had a BP for a year, Papa or your commissioner or your card may remember our Bawumia because or not or my political party be a one in my air, Abemu, Net Wooding and a year head the air cost. Kwesi Pratt and Simbi Binara Natuga. Because Jubilee so and now work and so we now subscribe here. Mrs. Over subscribe and I like it. Now I watch a video number offer for so any be now watch it. Also meet me at Wabena Fire and somewhere around I will comment boxing Mobati in my next video.
Thanks for watching. Like and share the video. You can also drop your comment. Please don't forget to subscribe. Click on the bell to turn on the notification.